Hey everybody, it's Brian here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. So after I had finished uploading and obviously promoting last episode on my YouTube channel, I received a comment from one of my followers on Facebook where she asked if I could actually create a video to show how to go about promoting our designs on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and what have you. And you know what? It was like she read my mind, because on my schedule for videos, the next video that was going to be queued up on this channel was in fact showing you one of the ways that I go about promoting my designs on social media. And it's a tried and true process that I have found success with, and obviously I want to provide you with as much value as I possibly can. So this was definitely a go-to topic for today's video, which I want to share with you, and I hope you will find value in it. If you're interested in that and you want to see how I go about promoting my designs on social media, let's head over to my computer right now. Let's go. Okay, so welcome to my computer screen, and as you can see here, we're currently on the Placeit homepage. Now, for those of you who are either new to the print-on-demand industry and maybe are unaware as to what Placeit is a platform filled with mock-ups, both in static and in video format, that you can utilize for things pertaining to t-shirts, hats, any kind of products. It's a very versatile platform. It is with a subscription base, but I have to admit it's worth its weight in gold, because the amount of time that it's going to save you from having to have to book models, plus the cost to find models or people, friends and family, get the products, go onto location, the amount of money that you can actually utilize as an investment in this platform to help you with your print-on-demand business far outweighs and is a lot cheaper than what you would have to pay if you wanted to get a model and go on location to shoot and whatnot to gain some kind of content for your social media platform. So we're going to be starting off with Placeit to try and find an interesting video mock-up that is going to help us either entertain or educate our potential clientele. So there will be the interest factor in order to get a person to stop scrolling through whatever feed on whatever platform this particular promo is going to be on, to get them to take a deeper look and maybe perhaps be interested enough to learn more about the product without coming across as saying, hey, buy this, this is a shirt, this is a new design on my shirt, please buy that. You know, guys, one thing that I have to state before we go any further, very quickly, is that those particular types of posts where you just smack a design on a t-shirt mock-up or use mock-ups from platforms like Redbubble and you put them up and say, new design, available in my shop, go and click on it, click on the link, buy it now. Those types of mock-ups, those types of postings may have worked a few years back, but you know, in 2023, 2024, and thereafter, it's all about grabbing people's attention. And the best way to grab people's attention is through video format. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to move your mindset away from just grabbing those free mock-ups that are provided on platforms like Redbubble and putting them up on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and what have you, because you know what, they're just not going to cut it. People are a lot wiser to that now. More often than not, they'll just scroll by. I mean, just take a look at your, self-audit yourself when you are looking through a social media feed. If it's not something that's going to grab your attention, you're just going to scroll by. Well, the same can be said about your potential clientele. You want to find something, you want to create something that's going to make them stop and take a deeper look. And this is where Placeit can come into play. Now, if you don't have a subscription to Placeit, there are a few free mock-ups that you can utilize. But again, I would highly encourage you to look into the subscription for that. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. Full disclosure, it is an affiliate link, so if you do subscribe to this platform through my link, you're effectively helping me to buy a cup of coffee, and I love coffee, so thank you in advance for that. But kidding aside, guys, this is a really great platform to save you a lot of time and a lot of energy and create some really fantastic things to get people to want to look at your designs and hop over to your shop to make a sale. Okay, so what you want to do is when you are on Placeit, the first thing you want to do is you want to hover up to the top where it says mockups. And what I would suggest that you do is go down to highlights and then choose merch videos. Okay, so when you click on it, Placeit is going to populate your screen with a ton of different types of video mockups that you could actually select from. And if you're looking for something specific, you've got various categories on the left-hand side here, even in terms of different formats. Now, I'm thinking we want to post this as an Instagram reel, as a TikTok, as a YouTube short, even to put it up on Pinterest. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to try and find a video mock-up that's in portrait format, vertical format, and as you can see here, Placeit is giving us these kinds of formats. Now, again, like I said, you can either scroll down and choose a category if you know the niche that you are searching for, or if you are looking for something specific in terms of a gender, age bracket, ethnicity, well, you can just hover your mouse over these three headings over here. You've got gender. So I'm thinking what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be utilizing one of the designs I created in the last episode. So if you watched that episode, you'll know that it was a summer themed type of design. If you didn't see it, I'm going to leave a thumbnail to that video on the screen now. I would highly encourage you to hop on over and watch that video after you finish watching this one so that you can see how we created the design, how we utilize the power of ChatGPT Blue Willow as the selected image generator and Canva to create these great designs and to scale them quickly so that we can really pump up our artistic portfolios to get more designs out there to land more potential sales. So I'm thinking if I'm going to be using the summer one, I would like to have a video of a young woman, something summary. So we're going to choose gender. We're going to go down to woman. There's 874 different video mock-ups under the category of woman. In terms of age, let's select youth. I'm not going to change the ethnicity. I'm just going to leave it open because I want to see everything that Placeit has to offer. And all you need to do is basically scroll down and just try to see if you can find a video mock-up that's got a summery feel, because in this case we're doing a summer themed one, and that's going to be obviously in vertical format. This one is not too bad, but it is in a forest, even though it is a spring, summertime. This one I think I prefer even more so because the young woman is in a tank top. There's the sun, obviously denotes that it is summertime because you're not going to go out in the winter with a tank top. So let's select this one. So I'm just going to click on it and we'll wait for Placeit to open up the workshop. And as you can see, just behind me over here, Placeit also provides you with other suggestions just in case you would like to, reconsider your selection, or maybe once you're done with this particular one, you can go on and obviously click on one of the others. Now, we've got our video mock-up here. As we can see, it's only 10 seconds in duration, which is absolutely brilliant for shorts, for TikToks, for Instagram Reels, because it's going to be fast and it's going to grab people's attention and it's not going to be long and boring. Now, what you want to do is you basically have two tools. You have the section where you can insert your image, and then if you want to change the color of the top, you can do so by clicking on the drop-down menu here, and you can either select one of the colors that obviously falls under the category of recent. You can select a color picker here, or you can actually choose a custom color based on the hex code. So if you know a particular color of a t-shirt on a platform that you use, you can sample that color, get the hex code, and put it over here so that it'll be as close as a match as possible so that your clients will actually see what the color of the t-shirt is going to look like with the design on it. And obviously there won't be that much in terms of discrepancy because you'll have taken the hex code from that particular website. In this particular case, I want the t-shirt to be white so that obviously the color from the graphic that I use in the design is going to stand out, including the text. The text is in black, so I don't want a different color t-shirt. Now all we need to do is we just need to get the file and basically drag and drop it into where it says insert image. Now I've got the design off camera here. I'm just going to grab it and I'm going to hover over to where it says drop file here. I'm going to let go and we'll give Placeit a few moments to basically bring up the screen. Now, we have a new window that has opened, and basically you can see the design, and in this area over here is effectively the area on the t-shirt where the design could appear. Now, I'm a type of designer that I would want my designs to hover over the top portion of the chest. I really don't like it when the design is halfway down over the stomach area. I find that it looks a lot nicer when it's hovering over the top third of the person. So we're just going to drag it up here, just basically hovering just below the top margin. Looks like we're centered here, so we're just going to click on crop, and we'll wait for Placeit to import the design onto the shirt. Now I already went ahead and did that. So let's just hop on over here. And as you can see here, we've got the design nicely laid out on the t-shirt. Okay, and if you want to see how it's going to look and the movement of it, all you need to do is just click play. And as you can see, as she moves, the design moves on the t-shirt. That's the beauty of this particular platform. The realism of it is just fantastic. And if you had to actually do this with a live person on location, look at all the time you'd have to invest to get this done just for a 10-second video. When just using Placeit, maybe it took me a minute or two to do this, and I've got a 10-second video that I can download and utilize for my social media promos. Now, another thing that you can consider doing is adding music as well. If you want to add music, you just toggle the audio tab over here, and you can select from a vast collection of music that Placeit has to offer. I'm a bit on the fence with utilizing the audio from Placeit simply because, as many of you know, when you upload a video through the app on Instagram or TikTok via your cell phone, your mobile device, you can actually put in trending music that either of those platforms are actually suggesting, and that usually helps to get the posting out in front of the eyeballs of more people when you're using trending music, because you're going to be keeping people a lot longer on the platform. So what I normally do is that when I download a particular video mock-up, I more often than not do not select music. Again, unless I'm going to be using it for maybe Facebook or maybe even for YouTube Shorts. But again, be very careful even with YouTube Shorts to make sure that none of the music is copyrighted. To this date, Placeit has been absolutely brilliant. I've never had any issue with, copyright strikes pertaining to music. So if you do decide to use music from Placeit, you can rest assured that you're going to be okay in terms of using it with YouTube. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, all I need to do is click on download, and obviously the video will be downloaded to my hard drive so that then I can actually go into the next step. Now I already have it downloaded onto my computer. What I want to do now is I want to head over to ChatGPT and ask it to help me out in terms of coming up with some interesting sentences that I can include with this video mock-up to either educate or entertain my potential client. So let's head over to ChatGPT now. Okay, so here we are on ChatGPT now, and as you can see here, I already went through the conversation so that obviously this video won't be too long. And basically, I asked ChatGPT, I stated, I am trying to promote a new t-shirt design with the following caption: I run on sunscreen and ice cream. I would like to add a short sentence or two to the promo video, either entertaining or educating people about the summer season. Can you provide 10 suggestions? And within a few seconds, ChatGPT came back with these 10 suggestions for promo videos. And on the whole, they weren't bad, but I did start to notice a particular trend within them. And that was that it was actually making reference to the t-shirt design. As you can see over here, t-shirt design, we don't want that. This is perfect. This t-shirt is the perfect addition. And again, as I stated at the beginning of this video, we don't want to come out with a hard sell. We want to get people to be interested in the video component, in the statements that we're putting on the video component, to make them stop and then to click on the link in the text, whatever we provide via the bio or what have you, to take a deeper look and see how they can get their hands on the design. All right, so I wasn't too happy with all of them. So then I stated, okay, no problems, try again, but this time I don't want any reference to the t-shirt design. And then ChatGPT came back with 10 new suggestions, and they were spot on. So we got the first one, for example: summer is the season of sunshine, blue skies, and endless possibilities. Number 3, from beach trips to backyard barbecues, summer's all about making memories that last a lifetime. Now you might be saying, well, Brian, what do these have to do with trying to gain people to be interested in the design? Guys, the idea here is that if you put a nice piece of text, which is either educating or entertaining, on the clip, they're going to stop and they're going to read. And if you actually put it in a strategic position on the video, then their eyes are going to actually get directed to the design too as well. Before they move off, they're inevitably going to see the design. And that's what you want them to do. You want to be selling your design without really telling them, hey, stop and look at this design and buy it. You want to do it inadvertently. You want to have a bit of subterfuge over there. You want to get them to see it without telling them to take a look at it. Because if you tell them to take a look at it, more often than not, they're just going to shut off and they're going to scroll on and say, oh, another post to try and sell me something. We want the client to actually be interested enough in the text to be either entertained or educated through that piece of text to take a deeper look at the graphic and obviously to see the design. And hopefully that'll be the catalyst to get them to click on your link to visit your shop to purchase. And guys, I'm going to be very honest with you. It's not going to happen after the first one. It's not going to happen after the second one or the third one. This is something which you're going to have to do consistently. The idea is that you want to be in the face of your potential clientele, of anybody and everybody who's in the feed, either on Instagram, TikTok, or what have you. And when they start seeing your posts, these video mock-ups in their feed, then eventually they're going to start saying, oh yeah, I've seen this before. I've seen this from this particular, let me take a look. And then they're going to inadvertently slow down when they see your post, take a deeper look, and eventually they're going to click in. There's going to be something that will resonate with them and click onto your link to visit your shop. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. And if you are in this business industry, as much as, you probably hear on social media, oh, you can make $1 million overnight, you can make $3,000, $12,000 over the span of a month or whatnot. The truth of the matter is that it's going to take time. And if you do it right, if you come across as an account that's valuable and that's worth the time to follow, people will start developing an interest in what it is that you're posting. They'll start developing an interest in your brand, in your name, and they'll start following you. And that is when you can actually start putting in the call to actions for them to come over to your shop. If you're expecting to do it after the first or the second post, forget about it. It's not going to happen, okay? I wish it would. We'd probably all be millionaires by now. But the realistic truth of the matter is that it is a grind, it is a hustle, and you have to put the time into it. And the great thing about it is that in 2023, with things like ChatGPT, with platforms like Placeit and Midjourney and Blue Willow, it has never been easier to create fantastic pieces of content at a very low cost, free, to get it in front of the eyes of your customers. And, the only person that is stopping you from doing so is yourself if you're not doing it. So I want to encourage you to finish off this video. I'm going to continue. I don't want to stay blabbing on too much, but obviously this is really important and I want to get the point across to you to help you out so that you can reach a higher degree of success. Use these tools to your advantage and do so in a way that's going to educate or entertain. And you will start finding people being more open to the idea of coming to your shop to take a look and see what you have to sell. Okay, so now we're going to choose one, and let's say we're going to choose number 5. Take a break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and soak up the simple pleasures of summer. After reading that, I thought that would go really well with that particular video mock-up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight it. I'm going to copy it into my clipboard, and we're going to head over to Canva now, where we're going to create an Instagram reel. And when I say an Instagram reel, it's also going to be a piece of content that I can use in TikTok, Pinterest, and YouTube, okay? Because it's going to be in vertical format. When you're on Canva, what you want to do is you want to go into the top part here, create a design, and make sure that you type in Instagram reel. And once you do that, you're just going to hit enter. Okay, then Canva is going to open up the workshop for this particular Instagram reel. And now here's where we're going to get the magic started. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is we want to import the video clip that we downloaded from Placeit. So I have it just off camera. I'm just going to click and I'm going to drag it onto the canvas here and wait for it to appear. And as you can see, it's nicely centered in the middle, both vertically and horizontally, which actually is really, really great. Now, what I want to do is I want to darken the background. I don't want the video to take the full amount of the canvas because I want some room for the text to be embedded on top of it and that it will be clear enough and legible enough for people to be able to read it. But I do want it to be obviously touching both the left and the right margins, okay? So we can do that like that. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on the background and I wanna change the background from white to black. So what we do is just click on the color here and I can just select black. You can choose whatever color that you want, okay? And then once we're happy with that, and if you're not 100% happy, don't worry, you can always go back and change it after. What we want to do is we want to get the stuff down onto the canvas, and then we can tweak accordingly thereafter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on text. We'll choose add a heading, and I'll double click into it. I'm going to hit Control A on the keyboard, and I'm going to paste the quotation onto the canvas here. Now, I don't like this particular type of text, so I'm going to double click and choose select all, Control A, and I would like to have a nice bold type font. One of the ones that I recently used was Now Bold, which I found really great. So we're just going to select on that, and I'm going to click outside and then click back into the box so that I can move it around. All right, now I don't want to put on the black just yet, because if I do so, I'm not going to be able to see what I'm doing. So I want to change the color to white. So we're going to click on the color tab here. We're going to select white as the color, and I'm going to increase the size of it. Okay, let's take it up to, shall we say 40? Yeah, I think that will work too as well. So now what we'll do is we'll just move the text, and I want the first two lines to appear up over there. So take a break from the hustle and bustle everyday life, and then I'm going to put and soak up the simple pleasures of summer, and the rest of it down at the bottom. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this statement. So just going to click on it, and I'm going to choose the duplicate function, and I'm going to drag it down to the bottom here. All right, now the first thing we want to do is we're going to work on the top portion. So I'm going to double click into it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete everything after the word up. So we're going to click on that, and now Canva has nicely centered the text on the top portion. And what we'll do is we'll do the same thing with the bottom text, and instead of deleting after the word up, we're going to delete everything to the beginning. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll just grab it and bring it down over here. All right, and now what we want to do is we want to give it a little bit of an effect. Okay, so we're going to click on the first one here, and I'm just going to choose animate, and I just want it to fade in. I want it, remember, it's a short video, so you want to make sure that you give enough time for, the person seeing it to get the first few words read. All right, and if they read it multiple times, that's even great, because for the algorithm, that means there's a lot of interest in that particular video. So the algorithm is going to start showing more of your things to them if they spend longer on it. So you want to make sure that when you create video, it's in a short duration so that they have to actually watch it once or twice, maybe even 3 times to read it all. Okay, so let's just click on fade here, and we'll do the same thing for the bottom. Okay, and that's effectively all you need to do. So take a break from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and soak up the simple pleasures of summer. Now, the fact that their eyes had to obviously go from top down to bottom, inevitably, their eyes are going to fall onto the design, and they can actually take a deeper look and see what it's all about. And obviously, if it's something which resonates with them, then they can actually delve deeper into the description that you obviously attach with this particular post, and actually click on the link to visit your shop. So let's just click on the play button, and as you can see, that's all it takes. It's really not that hard. And how long did it take me to do? A few minutes? I won't say a few seconds, because obviously it took me a little bit longer since I had to explain it to you. But the fact of the matter is, as you start to develop a knack for creating these kinds of video promos, it's not going to take you that long to create them, and you can actually spend an afternoon on a weekend maybe and batch process, I don't know, 10 or 15 of them, and then you obviously upload them to your respective platforms over the course of the week, so that maybe you can actually even put 2 or 3 pieces of content a day. And remember, you don't want to put any reference to, hey, buy this design, or this design is on the shirt over here. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to educate or entertain. So there you have it, everybody. As you can see, it's really not that difficult to create some amazing video mock-ups, video promos for your designs without coming across as being salesy in the process. Now, one thing I want to remind you is that when you are uploading to Instagram or to TikTok or to Pinterest, always use your original file when you're uploading it. Because if you upload it to Instagram and then you download it from Instagram and put it onto TikTok, you're going to get the Instagram logo on it. If you do so with TikTok, you're going to get the one from TikTok, and so on and so forth. And it really doesn't look that professional when you are uploading from one platform to another. Instead, use your original file, upload it to your mobile. Obviously, use the Instagram app or the TikTok app or YouTube or what have you, and upload it via the app, or if you want to do it through your desktop computer, you're more than welcome to as well. Add your music, add your stickers, add the flares or whatnot, and just educate and entertain your clientele. And if you do this for a duration of time, if you are consistent, if you put in the hustle, if you put in the grind, if you work at it, and you develop a relationship with people who are seeing your posts on social media, then they're going to be more open to the idea of visiting your shop, particularly around Christmas time or any of these important events throughout the year. in order to see what you have to offer, because the fact that your post, your shop name sticks into their brain because you're either educating or entertaining them, they're going to be more open to the idea of visiting your shop, clicking on a design, finding something that they want to purchase it on, and clicking the add to cart button. And that is when you're going to land a sale and potentially a returning customer. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you found value in it. If you did, do me a favor, smash that like button. If you're new to this channel and haven't as yet subscribed, please click that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification icon, help me to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this calendar year. I know that with your help, I can do that. But for today, that's all I've got. And as always, be safe, be well, be creative. Bye for now. Hey, thanks again for watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to do so. If you are interested in taking your print-on-demand business to the next level and learning how to generate more sales, please consider clicking on one of the 2 video thumbnails that have appeared on your screen now. I'll see you there. Thanks again.